Hi, I'm Sheila from Sunworks Farm, and I'm the chairman of the Old Strathcona Farmers Market Society. What I'd like to show you is our new plaque that we've received, and it says "Verified for You." And this is an initiative that the market has taken to verify that the guiding principles of our market are maintained by our vendors. We've always known they are, and now we've got third-party verification that it is the same, that it is. So we made it, we baked it, and we grew it for you. And those are our guiding principles. So one thing that we wanted to build with this is trust, and that's trust and authentication and transparency with the consumer so that they can continue to trust our vendors. And we are very excited about this. It's extremely exciting. The vendors have been waiting for this to be pulled through, come through, and it has. So as Donna said, we've finished with 104, and we're almost done with another 20 or so, and then all the vendors in this market will be verified.
So how do we verify? A third-party reviewer visits the farms, homes, and workspaces of our vendors with a criteria determined by OSFM to evaluate. We share with the reviewer a list of products sold at OSFM by the vendor and ask them to analyze the product to determine its authenticity. The product reviewer then reports back to us here at OSFM and determines whether or not the vendor and their products are authentic. So the criteria is sufficient and appropriate production capacity to produce a product, sufficient supply of materials to produce that product, and that each product is labeled accurately to ensure the source or origin of the product. So for example, we have a jewelry maker, and she does her work based on a Tibetan practice. So she goes and does an apprenticeship in Tibet. She comes back, we go and review her work. She shows and she demonstrates to the reviewer how she does her process, where she sources her materials from, and how she creates. So they may or may not demonstrate for the reviewer in the process of that review. We're always looking at the product mix, what's in the market right now, how are we distributing, and so we have criteria that we look at in terms of making sure we maintain what's needed by our customers, and then we provide that. So in that criteria, there is some standards of where we need them to be in terms of what's being brought in, even if it's a value-added product. So we interviewed, for example, a horticultural grower. She had a mix of Alberta because she was just starting, but she said she would have to supplement from BC. We thanked her for her interview, but we asked her to come back when she would be all Alberta. We're 97% Alberta made and grown here in this province, and we're even very localized. We try to stay within 100 kilometers of the market. So we do have some far north vendors because they don't have a place to bring to market, so we let them come here, but we try to stay really as localized as we can.